Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our presentation will begin shortly.
Are you ready? For a PlayStation?
That's right. We are now bringing you. We're expanding.
Is that right?
Expanding our.
I don't know if that's right.
Yes, here we are.
Here we are. I don't know. I just thought everybody else is gonna look at it. I was probably gonna look at it. Now we're all gonna look at it. That's close enough. I don't know. Everybody loves Sony PlayStation.
Their works and despair.
Well, let's just get right into it, I guess.
Is this live or is this what's happening?
It just ended, I guess. But I don't know what. Yeah, well, we would have had to start half an hour ago if we wanted to do it live. And I didn't watch it, and you didn't watch it, so it's live to us.
I suppose that's fair.
And people could have watched it on their own if they wanted, and then they can watch it again.
Where you can watch it with our opinion.
Flamenco Resident Evil?
No, just gonna re-release RE4
again.
Now.
Again? No, they can't.
Yes,
no,
they can. Capcom has released Resident Evil 4 for at least a dozen consoles now.
It's got to be
refrigerators.
It's got to be Resident Evil 4-2.
It's like Resident Evil 4. Like they're gonna. Okay, so they did RE1, 2, and 3, and they're like, well, shit, guys, what are we gonna do? Remake Veronica? No. We're just gonna go straight on to remaking 4, even though 4 basically revitalized our entire franchise and shook up the whole industry.
Did they really? I guess they did. It looks like they did.
I wouldn't mind if they went back and remade the Resident Evils that nobody gives a fuck about, like Survivor. Make that something playable.
It begins.
No, nobody liked it. Nobody liked it the first time.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what people did like? Resident Evil 4. It's back, and now it's on PlayStation 5.
Forget what happened.
Well, no, it's Resident Evil 4, but it's gonna play like our Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. So if you liked Resident Evil 4 and its mechanics,
I guess, you know,
too
they
bad.
remade Resident Evil 2 and 3. They had to make 4 next, right?
It has to.
They didn't have to make 4. 4 is a modern video game already. It's not like 2 and 3.
It's not modern enough.
It's pretty damn modern. If you sat someone down and had them play,
they did release Resident Evil 4 with VR on the Oculus.
State of Play returns, and we've got some great PlayStation updates to share with you today.
Why didn't they just make it a brand?
Thanks to Capcom for kicking it off with Resident Evil 4, coming to PS5 with PlayStation
because they did that, and people
maybe
they didn't sell enough copies of Resident Evil Village.
In development for PlayStation
I
VR 2.
consider if you sat someone down and had them play a copy of Resident Evil 4 as it originally released,
let's take a look at him.
And had them play a newer Resident Evil game.
Wow.
The problem is people can't play the
You
Resident Evil 4 as it was
escaped
originally released because those consoles aren't around anymore.
Let's see how special
they eliminated backwards compatibility so they can resell you all the shit you bought already.
No, I mean it came out on GameCube and PlayStation 2.
No, they're just doing VR for Village Duchess. That's a hell of a cycle, right? And we're remaking Village. Like, bro.
I watched a playthrough of Village. It seemed fine.
It seems like they've settled into a formula.
Yeah. I think those games are probably better in VR.
mean, they're fine Resident Evil games too, I'm sure, but they are better in VR. I mean, I'm sure the number of guys that are happy that they can hang out near Lady Dimitrescu in VR are just staggering.
Village! No, I get it. You're gonna remake all your games with VR. I got it.
Yeah. We just
Why
skip
not?
the next 3 announcements of.
What do you got?
You, of all people, have the audacity to question me?
Far? No, this is still Capcom, right? I don't know.
Waters of the bayou.
We're just running through franchises in our head because we don't expect an original IP.
Well, I wasn't sure if this was still Capcom, or if these are just VR
to
games.
ensure the future of this forsaken city.
Oh, is this more VR games? Is that
Yeah,
what-
they said 4 VR
Who brought
games.
nothing but chaos.
They haven't even showed off.
Two of them are Resident Evil.
They haven't even showed off the PlayStation VR 2 yet.
When
Like,
death was
they said they were gonna make a VR for
It was I
PS5,
who
but they haven't
resurrected it.
done
was
it yet.
I who shined as a beacon of hope for all.
Isn't that what PlayStation VR 2 is?
Well, this is the first time I think they've mentioned PlayStation VR 2,
vow to spell
which
it.
is a heck of a name for your VR
When
platform.
The bells ring, the song
Why not
they
just have
sing
PlayStation
will be
VR
righteous.
and every new
Because that's what we
console
called the
has-
last one.
You mean those stupid orbs on the controllers?
No, well, yes.
Walking Dead.
Tourist.
Yes, they did use the PlayStation Move controllers, but those Move controllers were invented like a decade ago. So maybe they
It's gonna
got
get real
better stuff now.
confusing when they release VR 3
Ooh.
on the PS6.
It's No Man's Sky in VR.
That game did that eventually come out? Did it eventually?
What do you mean? It
Finish
absolutely
the-
came out, and then like
I-
3 years later, it
took
became
so
really
long, I
good.
lost track. Ah, there it is. Yeah, 3 years later, it became really good.
Apparently, it's really, really good.
Now
I don't
it's
know.
marketable.
It was like the top-selling game at the time. It was marketable then.
Promises were marketable, but I recall there being nothing to do in No Man's Sky for a long time.
Oh yeah. People were upset, but then they made good on it eventually,
And they got their shit together. Yeah.
and now you can play it in VR.
There.
Is this the 4th one?
Oh, what?
Where are you taking me?
What is this? Oh, this is.
Oh,
I asked
this
you
is
a
the new
question.
Horizon
No, this is
Zero,
like
whatever.
some Horizon. This is a spin-off thing.
Everyone
This is
says
not.
Reyes
They
is
did not
against
make Horizon in
Horizon.
VR.
Arrows through both of us.
It's a VR experience. It's set in the Horizon universe.
Still like the robot designs, you know? You can't be mad at that. Some cool designs. Hey, you like robot dinosaurs? Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, my understanding was the problem with Horizon 2 is that it's almost identical to Horizon 1.
Yeah.
Climb the mountain.
It's funny how that line works, right? You don't want
Why the machines
Horizon 2 too identical to Horizon 1. Battlefield 2043, what in the fuck, guys? It's nothing like Battlefield.
No, yeah. This is a neat idea, but you know, this seems like another VR tech demo, and the game is like an hour long.
I'm getting Link's crossbow training vibes.
be a free man.
I mean, there's a lot of
It will take all
most
your
VR stuff is kind of like that.
Skills and courage.
Because nobody wants to invest
You have walked in the shadows.
the money to make a VR-only video game.
Now it is time to climb.
Facebook will pay somebody.
No, Facebook will make bad choices.
I mean, I didn't say they were going to pay the right people. I said they were going to
Hi,
pay somebody.
I'm Ben McCaw, Narrative Director at Gorilla. I hope
I
you
don't
enjoyed
care,
your
Ben.
first look at Horizon Call of the Mountain, coming exclusively to PlayStation VR 2.
If you like
We're also happy to announce
VR
that a big
experiences.
update to Horizon Forbidden West, including
I kind of
New
would
Game
just
Plus,
prefer a series
will
of
be available
trailers
to
than some
download
poor
on
bastard
PlayStation
they've stuck
4
in front
and
of a
PlayStation
camera so they
5
can stare at
today.
us with deer and headlights. Look,
and this is welcome to E3.
Oh yeah, is E3?
No, E3 is
like
no,
they
E3 is
not have
canceled.
one, right?
Yeah, this is
Done,
E3. This is
What we're
Sony's
getting.
E3 thing.
Does that mean Microsoft is?
Yeah, they'll do
one.
one. They'll do one at some point. I don't know when.
Yeah, they can't be shown up by Sony.
No, yeah,
Some
everyone's
bitches.
gonna do it, but they're just gonna
Details
do
on
it
this
on their
free
own
update,
timelines.
Please check out PlayStation Blog. From all of us at Gorilla, thank you
Oh yeah,
for your
E3
continued
served a
support,
purpose. It
and
just
please stay
outlived
tuned
that.
for more updates
Yeah,
to come.
but now
Outgrew
it's just
it?
easier
I don't
for
know.
them to do their own videos. They don't have to
Get
go.
ready.
They don't have to,
PlayStation fan favorite
you know,
is coming to PC.
pay
why
hundreds of
organize
thousands of
and
dollars for a
coordinate?
stage show, and it's like, here's a video of all the games we want to show you.
These past few
Yeah.
years,
Welcome to it.
sacrificing so much and asking for nothing.
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man
That Spider-Man game was
who
real
can
good.
make the hardest decision.
Everybody really liked it. Yeah, I watched the playthrough
really
of
need
it.
two of those?
Damn good game.
Yeah. Why are they releasing it again? This better not be releasing it again. You already released it again. It can't be released
You
again.
know,
Do your thing.
there's no backwards compatibility.
Yes, there is.
Just ask for help
Is
next
there? I don't know.
Time to bring back the
Yes, PS4 and PS5 are basically just
They are
PCs.
backwards compatible.
You just can't. It's just PS3 that can never. Yeah. Wow. Oh, coming to PC. All right.
Okay.
They did say that they were gonna start releasing more of their exclusives on PC because I guess that's been going well for them.
Well, yeah, because guess what?
And here's that game.
Well, the game on a PC.
Is
this that cat game we wanted?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play?
But yeah, it's just the PS3 that they can never do backwards compatibility for because the PS3 is a fucking monstrosity of a system. And it's nothing like any other video game console ever, before or since. So it's like, you want them to support that shit? No, it's never gonna happen. But
Got my
PS4 and
60 gigabyte
PS5,
PS3 in storage.
PS4 and
Artifact of
PS5 are
time.
just PCs, so it's all gonna be backwards compatible.
Yeah, Duchess, we're looking forward to this one as well. It does feel like vaporware, right? Like it's just too cool
No,
to actually get a release and be good.
They've shown us. They're already showing so much of this. This is clearly almost done. This is not going to be a catastrophe.
It's been like 8 years. Yeah.
It has not been 8 years.
I don't know. Duchess
feel like I
sounds
showed-
she's been following this closer than we have.
No, I showed the video of this when they first released video of this. It was like a year ago, maybe.
Stray. Yeah, it's pretty good.
There you go. Soon.
Explore a mysterious cyber city in Stray, coming to PS5 and PS4 July 19th. PlayStation Plus Extra members and higher can download Stray at no extra cost when it launches next month.
Well, they're trying to compete with
Up next, 3 games that will
with,
get your heart racing.
Xbox Game Pass, which is really good still. If the games
Yeah.
if there were games coming out that you wanted to play.
Okay, Space Prison, got
Space
it.
World.
Take a look
Welcome to
outside.
Space Catraz.
Did you know that they call Callisto the dead moon? Dead. Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. So whatever you're holding on to right there, that's your old life. You gotta let that go. Because your new life is entirely in my hands.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give you a chance.
So much for reform.
Rebirth.
Wow. He did a great job on that character model. That shit was photorealistic. The main character model.
Yeah,
not the
I
model.
don't know that
The
I.
main character model was sharp.
Doom 5.
Now this looks like some Dead Space shit.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I just love that last part.
I don't need so much horrible space monstrosities.
Every time.
I've killed enough of them.
That sort of thing. More of it. Yeah, they're gonna bring the gory deaths. It's very much in the vein of Dead Space. But they don't have that license, so they're gonna get as close as they can. Yeah, 6 years we've been waiting on that cat game.
In the year 2030,
But did we know that cat game existed 6 years ago?
a new blood sport grips
Apparently,
the globe.
Duchess has. Not you and me.
And
We
in
didn't
the
know, no.
arena, there
Duchess
will
has been
only
on
be
top
the
of that shit.
victorious and the dead.
Okay. What? You have my attention?
I mean... I don't know. They couldn't splurge on the shadows, huh?
I don't give a shit. If the gameplay loop is fun, I don't give a damn if I have shadows or not. This looks like a blast.
And see, this is a game I could pass on. This is a game that does nothing for me.
Really? This looks like the core gameplay loop is just absolute joyousness.
That is what you see.
The world is watching. In Rollerdrome.
Oh yeah, I like the '80s freaking movie that like that '80s Lawnmower Man aesthetic, or not Lawnmower Man. What is it?
Oh
Running
boy,
Man, that '80s Running Man aesthetic.
Oh boy, are you excited?
What?
Oh no, this is not. Well, that's something.
Now you're not excited.
I thought I knew what that was gonna be.
Thought it would be more Yuji. Someone gave Yuji Naka another game.
Yuji Naka's retired. Yuji Naka will never be allowed near a console again.
He's not even allowed to keep them in his home.
He doesn't want to. He wants to make mobile games, mobile gambling games. You know.
Great. One button. You know what? That's the perfect place for his one button sensibilities.
Yeah. This looks just a little too anime.
Yeah, you and I have both absolutely checked out to make fun of Yuji Naka more, and I don't have any idea or care what's happening.
It's just a little too anime.
I look forward to seeing
just a little
very
bit.
Anime.
It's just a little bit too far.
I can make the fact that he can turn his arm into a tentacle, and they purposefully showed that, concerns me greatly. That's right, ladies. I can make my arm whatever I want, and they just flock to his banner.
No, just arm or tentacle. Eternites?
Those are the only two options, but those are the only two you need.
Eternites.
Smells of Naka.
No, it smells of.
Games and dating sims
I don't know if this is.
Oh, did you hear that?
Sure. My question is that actually a Japanese studio making that? I don't know. I don't know if it is.
Is that smack of Western anime to you?
There's something about that or Korea maybe. Something about it that doesn't quite gel. Getting hungry? Final feast.
The final feast, because your arteries will be clogged.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 6. What you got?
Oh?
Yeah.
Gib.
You didn't play Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
Not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real ending.
It's for those young up-and-comers that have time to learn another fighting game.
Okay then. Hope you're ready to begin. You want to start off on the right foot in this
or
city.
For, you know,
hit the streets.
Adam Wong, another game for Adam Wong to conquer.
What do we got?
I think this is Final Fight, not Street Fighter.
What?
Yeah, I saw a statue of Mike Hagar.
Yeah, but Mike Hagar is also in the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah, but this isn't Street Fighter. I'm telling you, this is like Final Fight.
I'm telling you. That's some Chun-Li ass Chun-Li right there. They made an open world Street Fighter.
I don't like it.
You got to go and find your next opponent to fight.
Open world final fight, and I wouldn't have given a fuck. But
that is a weird way to take it, for sure.
Hey, you know that thing that we basically built a genre around, and we have been the example of forever. Our next game is gonna be just way different. It's that sequel thing we were talking about, right?
Well, people didn't like 5, so.
Yeah, but that's not because it was a
I mean, it's
fighting
still Street Fighter. It's still Street Fighter.
It does still look like Street Fighter.
Of course.
I'll give it that.
It's still
It'll
Street
just
Fighter.
have a game mode nobody plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have led with this.
Hey, you know, it's Street Fighter. It's still gonna be Street Fighter.
Well, you know, for half a second I was worried.
This is our destiny. My secret art.
And it's a couple characters you don't care about. You never will.
I don't like that. Every character's got to be new somewhere. Yeah, Street Fighter 6.
Ah, the Battle Hub.
Online. What?
The Battle Hub.
This is not a good solution to matchmaking, Sony. I guarantee it. Or
They've,
Capcom.
you know, other people have done it, and you know, it's probably not a great solution. But hey, Street Fighter 6.
That was your first look at Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Mark your calendars, it comes to PS5 and PS4 in 2023.
How do I mark my
know.
calendar
Now
for
it's
the
time
entire
two
year of
indie adventures
2023?
arriving later this year.
I don't know, Duchess. I think they still... Like, what I said holds true for a lot of people.
Hey, look,
There's a lot of
everyone's
people our
Tunic.
age who were into it that are not going to learn a new fighting game at this point. They have to keep fresh.
Tunic is a neat
Perfect.
game.
People coming in.
I want to take a minute and say Tunic's a neat-ass game.
It's clearly Zelda inspired, but it goes further.
It is full of secrets. It is a deep game. Maybe too deep.
Art
Maybe
style
there's
is
too many
so
secrets.
endearing.
It's very deep. But it's really neat.
Be excited for Tunic.
It's already out, but now it's coming to PlayStation.
Oh.
Yeah, I beat it. Gaff beat it. Gaff got way into it and 100%ed it.
She set out to record life at the end of this season. To make it real for
and
people
play
in
a
the
Wes
future.
Anderson film.
Bike Simulator
She asked
2022.
us about living together.
And we asked her about traveling alone.
When the season turns,
It's
what will remain?
Kino no Tabi, but with a bike instead of a motorcycle that talks.
Only what she saw, what she
You know what now?
captured.
Kino's Journey.
She carries the
Rides a
sounds
talking
of the
motorcycle.
season with her.
It's pretty good.
Now you take pictures.
Now I listen to my records on my antique record player.
You've heard of a walking simulator, but have you heard of a biking
The way
simulator?
she listened made you.
I recorded this siren so I can play it back for everybody and they can hear what a siren sounds like.
I got to look in her journal. The world was telling her its secrets. I think she even figured out what will happen to us
We
when
die.
the season ends.
Everybody
Destined
dies.
to win 3 game awards
Is it
and not
going?
be played by very much of anyone at all.
Is it gone?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's not really gameplay in this.
Not yet.
That's what I just said. It's destined to win 3 game awards, mostly for art direction, maybe for narrative, but hardly
Sure.
anyone but critics are going to play it.
世界中のゲーマーの皆さんこんにちは。ファイナルファンタジー16プロデューサー
Oh
の
boy.
Shit.
長らくお待たせいたしましたが、いよいよファイナルファンタジー
Games like Firewatch was great.
をお届けする日がや
Firewatch
って
was
まい
great.
りました。
What's a global sensation?
Oh, that's what I was reaching for, Firewatch.
Firewatch is great. Firewatch is really nothing like that, though.
お待ちください。
honestly, from the marketing material between the two, I can't tell the difference, having not played Firewatch.
Well, yeah, you're really missing out. Firewatch is great. Firewatch is nothing like that.
How can you tell that that's nothing like Firewatch?
Because I beat Firewatch. Because I beat Firewatch. That's how I know.
But I'm saying, based on the marketing of Firewatch, I'd have told you they were the exact same thing. So maybe that game will be better than you think. Meanwhile, we're not paying any attention.
It's Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, it's very
the dominance.
I feel like the story of Final Fantasy 16. Any Final Fantasy doesn't matter.
I mean, it's hard to say. Each one can be so different now. This looks very different than the recent Final Fantasies.
Gives a shit about the story of Final Fantasy.
Lots of people give a shit about the story of Final Fantasy.
There's going to be another war.
That's why they still make these games.
No. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, Creative Business Unit 3 made this?
Well, hush my mouth. Now, people play this because the designs are great.
No, people
do have a good and engaging gameplay loop. And the RPG.
Some people are into JRPGs and they play them for the story. It happens. It's a thing that still happens.
I feel like if you ask the average Final Fantasy, the person who plays Final Fantasy, not a fan, if you went, hey, you played Final Fantasy, right? Yeah, I played Final Fantasy.
I can tell you the stories. I can tell you the story of every Final Fantasy game.
Can you now?
Well, not like the NES ones, but
you can tell me the story of like 7 and 8.
I can tell you the story of all the Final Fantasy games I've played.
Yeah. I played 12. Granted, I didn't beat 12, but I had no fucking idea what was going on.
Wait, 12?
I don't remember the number.
12 is the MMO one. Yeah, I didn't finish that one either,
but yeah, I had no idea what was going on in that story. At some point, you pretend to be Bash von Ronsenberg or some shit to try and drum up something, something for resistance. I don't know. I never paid attention to the story.
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Well, look at this shit.
Every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
See, I just don't get that.
All your favorite summons are back.
People are way into the summons. They're into the characters. They're into the spectacle. It is like the story is like an excuse. It's like a Michael.
I think it depends on the game.
Child of fate.
Because there's so many. Because each game is kind of written by different people, and the stories are so different. People are really into Final Fantasy VII's story.
I guess maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not into high fantasy.
I don't think you are.
Which is what it is.
And to be fair, most Final Fantasies are not high fantasy.
Don't forget to visit PlayStation blog to learn even
They're
more about
always
today's
about
announcements. See you next time.
Mages and wizards and kingdoms and great wars
No, not really.
What?
Final Fantasy VII isn't about mages and kingdoms and sorcery.
No, it's just about a government experiment that obtains an incredible amount of power, enough to threaten the world, and it's
not.
high fantasy.
No, it's not.
What is Sephiroth? Explain what the hell Sephiroth is to me.
Sephiroth is a clone of a space alien. That's high fantasy.
So
now?
it's high sci-fi.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't say high sci-fi.
My point is that they get out there, and they usually get too far out there for even.
That's it.
Up with.
That's
that it.
That was it.
They capped it off with Final Fantasy 16. That makes sense.
People like Final Fantasy 16. But apparently you don't. Apparently you just don't. You just don't care for Final Fantasy games, and that's fine.
I like the gameplay loop. I don't even mind the gameplay loop. I just never paid attention to the story. Okay.
Well, people are into the stories. I'm just gonna say it.
That's fine. Okay.
There are people who are really excited to play that really anime looking game, and they're gonna play it for the story because they love them anime stories.
Story, quote unquote. Yeah. Yeah, they're playing the dating sim for the story.
As dating is part of the story. You fuck people in Mass Effect.
That's the important part. It's true. I feel like it's definitely not the focus of Mass Effect as much as a lot of people wanted to make it the focus of Mass Effect.
You know, they put it in every Mass Effect still. You still got to be able to fuck those aliens.
You got to be able to, but it's about saving the Reapers. It's not about becoming a big enough hero to fuck all the aliens.
Oh, well, what about in Andromeda, where they really got to get in there and fuck them aliens?
I don't know much about Andromeda. Do they double time the alien fucking?
No, but it's there. They made sure. All I'm saying is, you know, in that video game, it looked like you could hold R2 to hold hands, and in fucking Mass Effect, you just press X to fuck wildly. So, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Prompt on the screen: press X to fuck wildly.
Well, all right. We're gonna stop the stream and restart it so we can get back to our wild fucking. So hang on just 1 second, and we'll be right
wild
back.
Wild fucking of our nostalgia. Directly into the ground.
We're just gonna fade out, and come right back up with some hot alien fucking.
New day.
Right on it.
You did find all those porn games.
I did. I didn't get them, but I could.